for face. So Pius, tell us. No, Pius, hold on.
You can choose to use any adjective.
Pius, hold on, I'm the host here.
So I could be impatient, but at least I'm not proven to be corrupt.
Okay,
so that I'm fine with.
So, Tema Motorway, I've got the figure for phase one.
Phase one.
I don't have the figure for phase two.
Because I'm not corrupt.
Gentlemen, please. Hold on.
Who says you are corrupt? That we must investigate you. The fact that you are still a minister of state is a big indictment on the fact that how do you say I don't understand? I don't understand corruption because I'm not corrupt.
Okay.
You understand
the conversation and wrap up.
Because you have been told so.
You have a PhD in corruption.
You sheepishly follow because you have been told so.
Oh no.
You sheepishly.
How will I understand corruption? I am not in. I can't understand
so you
it.
sheepishly follow what you are told.
You understand it. You perpetrate it.
So you sheepishly
corruption.
You sheepishly
let's go on the figures. Let's do the figures.
You are told something. You won't go and get an understanding.
Let's do the figures.
You sheepishly and foolishly follow.
Let's do the figures.
Okay.
Oh, foolishly?
Yes. You don't understand something. You don't use it.
So you allow the use of such if I say that today the deputy minister says I'm a fool because I don't understand corruption.
You see, I didn't say that.
But when you say I foolishly follow,
it doesn't mean you're a fool.
But you're not even allowing me to talk, gentlemen.
You don't understand.
I thought you
spoke impeccably.
The figure for face. So Pius, tell us.
Don't endorse the impatience, I'm George.
Pius, hold on.
You can choose to use any adjective. You won't watch.
Don't indulge the impatience, I'm George.
So
I could be impatient, but at least I'm not proven to be corrupt.
Okay,
so that I'm fine with.
So, Tema Motorway, I've got the figure for only phase one.
Phase one.
I don't have the figure for phase two.
Because I'm not corrupt.
Gentlemen, please. Hold on.
Who says you are corrupt? That we must investigate you. The fact that you are still a minister of state is a big indictment on the fight against corruption.
When you lose, then you start attacking people.
How do you say I don't understand corruption? Obviously, I don't because I'm not corrupt.
Okay.
You understand it.
Let's go back to the conversation and wrap up.
Because you have been.
You have a PhD in corruption.
You sheepishly follow because you have been told so. You won't go and understand it. You sheepishly.
How will I understand corruption? Interested in corruption, I can't understand
so you sheepishly follow what you are told.
You understand it, you perpetrate it.
So you are
in corruption.
You sheepishly
follow on the figures. Let's do the figures.
You are told something, you won't go and get an understanding.
Let's do the figures.
You sheepishly and foolishly follow.
Let's do the figures.
Okay.
Oh, foolishly?
Yes. If you don't understand something, you don't use it.
So you allow the use of such I hope if I say that today the deputy minister says I'm a fool because I don't understand corruption.
You see,
it
doesn't mean you're a fool.
But you're not even allowing me to talk, gentlemen.
I thought you spoke understand corruption.
I thought you spoke impeccable English. I thought he spoke impeccable English.
Please have the figure for phase two. So Pius, tell us.
Don't endorse the impatience, I'm George.
Pius, hold on.
You can choose to use any adjective. You won't watch.
Don't endorse the impatience, I'm George.
Hold on, I'm the host here.
So I could be impatient, but at least I'm not proven to be corrupt.
Okay,
so that I'm fine with.
So, Tema Motorway, I've got the figure for only phase one.
Phase one.
I don't have the figure for phase two.
Because I'm not corrupt.
Gentlemen, please. Hold on.
Who says you are corrupt? That we must investigate you. The fact that you are still a minister of state is a big indictment on the fight against corruption.
When you lose, then you start attacking people.
How do you say I don't understand corruption? Obviously, I don't understand corruption because I'm not corrupt.
Okay.
You understand it.
Let's go back to the conversation and wrap up.
Because you have been told so.
You have a PhD in corruption.
You sheepishly follow because you have been told so. You won't go and understand it. You sheepishly.
How will I understand corruption? Interested in corruption, I can't understand
so you sheepishly follow what you are told.
You understand it, you perpetrate it.
So you sheepishly
corruption.
You sheepishly
follow on the figures. Let's do the figures.
You are told something, you won't go and
do the figures.
You sheepishly and foolishly follow.
Let's do the figures.
Okay.
Oh, foolishly?
Yes. If you don't understand something, you don't use it.
So you allow the use of such I hope if I say that today the deputy minister says I'm a fool because I don't understand corruption.
You see, I didn't say that.
But when you say
it doesn't mean you're a fool.
But you're not even allowing me to talk, gentlemen.
You don't understand.
I thought you spoke understand corruption.
I thought you spoke impeccable English. I thought he spoke impeccable English.
Please have the figure for phase two. So Pius, tell us.
Don't endorse the impatience, I'm George.
Pius, hold on.
You can choose to use you won't watch.
Don't endorse the impatience, I'm George.
Hold on, I'm the host here.
So I could be impatient, but at least I'm not proven to be corrupt.
Okay,
so that I'm fine with.
So, Tema Motorway, I've got the figure for only phase one.
Phase one.
I don't have the figure for phase two.
Because I'm not corrupt.
Gentlemen, please. Hold on.
Who says you are corrupt? That we must investigate you. The fact that you are still a minister of state is a big indictment on the fight against corruption.
When you lose, then you start attacking people.
How do you say I don't understand corruption? Obviously, I don't understand corruption because I'm not corrupt.
Okay.
You understand
the conversation and wrap up.
Because you have been told so.
You have a PhD in corruption.
You sheepishly follow because you have been told so.
Oh,
you won't go and understand it. You sheepishly,
how will I understand corruption?
Follow.
I am not interested in corruption. I can't understand
so you
it.
Sheepishly follow what you are told.
You understand it. You perpetrate it.
So you sheepishly...
You're working corruption.
You sheepishly
let's go on the figures. Let's do the something.
All right. Thank you very much. First of all, let me say a very good morning to all our cherished viewers. And reiterate a disclaimer I always give anytime I'm commenting on this matter, to the effect that the views I'm about to express are my views, my personal views. They are entirely my views and not the views of any group that I am a member of or speak for. You know that I'm the National Communications Officer of the NDC, but because the NDC has not yet taken position on the issue of compulsory vaccination. The NDC is for vaccination, but because the NDC has not yet taken a decision on forced vaccination, I do not have a party position to communicate.
Okay,
so the views I'm about to express are my personal views. Okay. Now, secondly, I need to make the point that the views I'm about to express have got nothing to do with or partisanship, because the issue of compulsory vaccination for me is an issue of health, is an issue of life, and so goes beyond partisanship and petty politics. I know many people in the NDC who disagree with my views on this matter, and I also know many people in the party who agree with my views. I know many people in the MPP who disagree with my views. And I know some people in the MPP who agree with my views. And some of them have called me to encourage me. So this goes beyond partisanship. And so it is important that we look at it with a high sense of objectivity. We look at it from a standpoint of facts, evidence, logic, and common sense. It is not about partisanship. Now, even though you have already summarize my position, for emphasis, let me repeat that I, as a lawyer, as a citizen of Ghana, I and have never advocated against COVID-19 vaccinations. I've been coming on this show for a long time since COVID struck. Have you ever heard me telling people not to be vaccinated? Have you ever heard me preaching against COVID-19 vaccines? No.
So what happened?
Come in. So I am not against COVID-19 vaccinations. What I am against is compulsory COVID-19 vaccinations. And I'm going to explain why I'm against that. And I owe nobody an explanation, not an explanation per se, but an apology.
An apology.
Okay. For not agreeing to compulsory vaccination. In fact, if you look at people who do not agree with compulsory vaccination all across the world, you will realize that I'm in very good company, and I will demonstrate that to you. Now, you see, we understand that Ghana is a constitutional democracy, and we are governed by the rule of law. Without the law, there is no democracy. Without the law, we don't have a country. I am against compulsory vaccination because, number one, it is against the laws of this country. Some have suggested that when it comes to public health or public health emergencies, human rights don't matter. And that public health emergencies override individual rights. That's what some have argued. That position is very illiterate and is not supported by any law. Because the Constitution of Ghana, the framers of the Constitution of Ghana were mindful of emergencies. And the tendency of leaders or public officials to abuse their powers. And so because they did not want to produce democratic or constitutional tyrants and despots, provided for how emergency powers can be exercised in the Constitution. They provided for how human rights can be restricted even under emergencies, and even for public health, safety, or defense considerations. Are you getting me? So you cannot say there is a public health emergency. No Ghanaian should eat. Or no Ghanaian drink water. Even though there is a public health emergency, you are not given the power to make that decision. And in fact, even under the most severe, the most serious of all emergencies, which we call a proclamation of state of emergency, powers given to the president under Article 31 of the Constitution. The Constitution is clear on how that state of emergency can be declared, how that state can remain in force, and the kind of powers the president can exercise under a state of emergency. His powers are not at large. He cannot turn a man into a woman. He cannot tell Ghanaians not to drink water. State of emergency. And he cannot violate the Constitution and all human rights because he has declared a state of emergency. Anybody listening to me can pick a constitution, go to Article 31, which provides for state of emergency, or read the Emergency Powers Act of Ghana, 1994, I believe, and you will realize that there are strict provisions. First of all, even under a state of emergency, the president must make a proclamation, advice of the Council of States. Without the advice, he can't declare state of emergency. When he declares a state of emergency, he must immediately put the circumstances and the reasons that have necessitated that state of emergency before Parliament. And Parliament must, within 72 hours, approve that state of emergency. The Constitution goes on to say that after Parliament, the state of emergency remains in force for only 7 days. And after 7 days, Parliament will have to decide on extending that state of emergency. And even when the emergency is extended, it has specific durations. And within a state of emergency, the president is restricted as to what he can do and what he cannot do, even in a state of emergency. Now, we are not in a state of emergency. And you understand? And yet people are arguing that the president has the powers, because of public health or public health emergency, to do anything and everything he wants. Who told them that? And what law says that? So that position is neither here nor there. In fact, it is a very uninformed, very illiterate position. Now,
would you like to know?
Go ahead. Annie, can I continue? Okay. Now, what has brought us here? What has brought us here is an order or a directive by the Ghana Airport Company and the Ghana Health Service to the effect that effective yesterday, 14th December, all persons traveling into Ghana, all persons, including citizens of Ghana, will have to provide evidence of full vaccination at the Kotoka International Airport, lest they will not be allowed to even embark on the journey to Ghana. So, proof of full vaccination confirmed at the point of embarkation, whether you are a citizen or not. That is a directive. And that if you are a Ghanaian and you decide to travel back to Ghana from outside the country within the next 2 weeks, the next 14 days, effective yesterday, you can come without evidence of full vaccination. But upon arrival at the airport, you will be forced to take the vaccine.
Yeah.
That is the directive. Lest you cannot enter. Then what even makes it intriguing is that the directive says that no person, including foreigners, can travel outside Ghana if they are not. No person can travel outside Ghana if they are not fully vaccinated, including foreigners. Now, it is this directive that some of us have said constitutional and unlawful for these reasons. Number one, Article 12.1 of the 1992 Constitution enjoins the executive, that's the president and his appointees, the legislature, our representatives in parliament, the judiciary, and all organs of state, their agencies, all natural and legal persons, to respect the fundamental human rights provided under Chapter 5 of the 1992 Constitution. That is the Article 12.1. Again, when you look at Article 21, Clause 1G, it gives all persons the freedom of movement, which freedom means, threatens, the freedom to enter Ghana, the freedom to leave Ghana, or the freedom to move within Ghana, and the freedom to move within Ghana. So freedom of movement is in three forms. That is what the Constitution says.
I've been thinking about this article, as in how free is free? Freedom of movement.
Come again?
How free is that free?
Come again?
How free is that free? Freedom of movement. Is it freedom at large where, okay, you have freedom so you can move? So
that's why I'm building my point. I'll get there. So it says, all persons shall have the right to freedom of movement, which means the right to move freely in Ghana, number one. Leave and to enter Ghana. And listen to the last part. And immunity from expulsion from Ghana. This is the Constitution. But you see, this human right is not absolute. It is subject to restrictions and can be restricted. But the Constitution has explicitly provided for how it can be restricted. Which aspect of this human right can be restricted? Are you getting me? And those restrictions are provided for under Article 21(4), the 1992 Constitution. And Article 21(4) says that nothing in or done under the authority of a law, meaning a law, can impose restrictions on this freedom of movement, shall be held to be inconsistent with or in contravention of this article to the extent that the law in question makes provision for the imposition of restrictions by an order of a court. Then he explain it to you. And an order of a court, A and B are all about orders of the court, okay? Then when you come to C, it says that restrictions can be imposed on this freedom of movement. Let me read that to you. For the imposition of restrictions that are reasonably required in the interest of defense, public safety, public health, or the running of essential services, a movement or residence within Ghana, underline within Ghana.
Anas Arimiao Anas and Kennedy Japan have been in court since 2018 or so. Now, case in the started, you know, there was a judge sitting on the case, and it's a defamation case. What happened was that judge, along the way, was changed, and a new judge was brought in. Now, case, you have fair witnesses, you have fair defendant, you have fair plaintiff. Just say Kennedy will box him. He has messed up in box. He has said things, inconsistent things. He could not prove the things he said about Anas. This is the same Kennedy who sat on TV and say Anas ekrobia so anka technically kobe kuno. That is what that means. Kennedy has said things. Otumi point to say this is Ahmed Swale's boys and Anas boys. We will take care of them. It's a video. We have it. So in court, no, we have been in court all these years, and this new judge they placed on the case, no, has been on this case. Now it is left with a week or two or three for this case, the judgment to come out. Yes, because Kennedy, no, his lawyers and himself, no, they have got to the point where they have lost the case. He is definitely going to be found guilty. Now suddenly something has happened. What has happened? And it's the same Chief Justice Eninia Kennedy. He's a fool, no? He has endorsed Kennedy's words before, and he has endorsed it today. Say he should officially, or we should officially see him as a fool. We should see him as a foolish man, as a stupid man. I didn't see. It came from Kennedy Japan. Now something has happened in the Anas case. When you read here, CJ grants Ken Japan's request to have judge continue case with Anas. Now on any day or in any day, this is a normal thing the CJ does. Obetima change judge, obetima say it happens. And now case where Jina court man, the new judge no betina so no. What in a case this will I witnesses about boxing. Aka a few weeks for the judgment to come out. Kennedy goes to the Chief Justice. And what does he go do? Nobody goes to do there. And it's working like the same way. And yet Godfrey Dami went to see Doche in his office. When I told Ghanaians they said I was lying, they themselves, they came to court, they admitted. He went to see Doche, the Attorney General who is prosecuting Opuni and Agongo, went behind the scenes without the other party to see Doche. This time, Kennedy Japan and his lawyers went behind the scenes to go see the Chief Justice. You see, the similarity is the same. Play, their game plan is just the same. Now, when Kennedy Japan went behind to go see the Chief Justice, you expect a Chief Justice, on your kwasiampenyi like Kennedy said, on your foolish man like Kennedy said, to be a Chief Justice for everybody and to ask, why are you coming to see me alone without the other party? That is how a legitimate, intelligent, credible Chief Justice works. Now see this. This letter is a letter that the Chief Justice, after Kennedy knew that he was going to be jailed, he's lost the case, wrote to the court. And remember, every single word in this letter, so or Anna's side did not have an idea. But Kennedy and his lawyers had written without the plaintiff not having an idea. The counsel, even the judge who was sitting on the case, did not know this is happening. Now let us read it and see. Eninyabwa is dangerous. Kennedy says he's a fool and he has an... Now this is what the Chief Justice wrote to the court. His Lordship, Justice Eric Ba, he said, petition, no, in fact, this is what, this is the petition Kennedy, they wrote to the Chief Justice. Petition for an order for Justice Eric Ba to continue and complete part head case instituted, Anas Arimia Anas versus Honorable Kennedy Ejapon, suit number blah, 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 blah. Now, this is the reply for the Chief Justice. I write with reference to the petition to the Chief Justice dated 19. You are hereby directed to continue hearing the above mentioned case to finality. Now, this is what the Chief Justice wrote to the old judge who was sitting on the case, who was taken off, to come back. And that new judge who has sat on the case the whole year, all these years, the Chief Justice, without hearing the Anas counsel and their part, he straightforward says, yes, but he judge in a free, so old judge now Kennedy is asking for no should come. It's like a week or two for the case to end, for Kennedy to be jailed, you know. Now, Kennedy goes behind the scenes and goes to the Chief Justice, and the Chief Justice grants it without the other party even knowing. Now, Akufo said no problem. Do you know that old judge called Eric Ba did not even know about that? The other part did not know. The old judge that the Chief Justice is saying he should now come and take over the case. Do you know that Eric Ba judge, he did not even know that Anas's counsel, the Anas people, they did not even know about this. It was in court that judge came to know about this. This is Chief Justice.
The figure for phase 2. So Pius, tell us.
Don't endorse the impatience, I'm George.
Pius, hold on.
You can choose to use any adjective, even worse.
Don't endorse the impatience, I'm George.
Hold on, I'm the host here.
So I could be impatient, but at least I'm not proven to be corrupt.
Okay,
so that I'm fine with.
So, Tema Motorway, I've got the figure for only phase 1.
Phase 1.
I don't have the figure for phase 2.
Because I'm not corrupt.
Gentlemen, please. Hold on.
Even Baku says you are corrupt. That we must investigate you. The fact that you are still a minister of state is a big on the fight against corruption.
When you lose, then you start attacking people.
How do you say I don't understand corruption? Obviously, I don't understand corruption because I'm not corrupt.
Okay.
You understand it.
Let's go back to the conversation and wrap up.
Because you have been told so.
You have a PhD in corruption.
You have a PhD in corruption.
Oh,
you
no.
won't go and understand it. You sheepishly.
How will I understand corruption?
Follow.
I am not interested in corruption. I can't understand
so you
it.
sheepishly follow what you are told.
You understand it. You perpetrate it.
So you sheepishly
corruption.
You sheepishly
let's go on the figures. Let's do the figures.
You are told something. You won't go and get an understanding.
Let's do the figures.
You sheepishly and foolishly follow.
Let's do the figures.
Okay.
Oh, foolishly?
Yes. If you don't understand something, you don't use it.
You allow the use of such I hope if I say that today the deputy minister says I'm a fool because
you see, I didn't say that.
But when you say I foolishly follow,
it doesn't mean you're a fool.
But you're not even allowing me to talk, gentlemen.
You don't understand.
I thought you
understand. About 15 schools. We've awarded contracts for about 15 schools are going to be what we call lower secondary. The facilities we are providing is just like any high school facility. And every one of those schools has a library, biology, chemistry, and physics labs. Beautiful school buildings, and they are coming to a community near you very soon. And in 2023, when we open those schools, you're going to see how we are going to provide 6 years secondary education and not 3 years plus some 3 years old middle school led educations that we call high school. If you go to Abnase and Onwe, 12 junior high schools, within the next week or so, God willing, will cut a sword for the construction of a new lower secondary school there. Now, all those 12 schools will be out of commission a year from now. They will no longer exist as junior high school. We'll move all the students into this new building that have biology, chemistry, and physics lab and libraries and everything. Therefore, these students going to grow up in Ojin of Benasi are going to get the highest level of science education. Robotics is going to be taught there. The space is provided for that. And their level of efficiency or proficiency by the time they get to junior high 3 will be very different. But the good news about that is that instead of 12 headmasters, we're going to have 1. So we have 13,000 junior high schools. If this reforms goes on as planned, we're going to reduce that to about 2,500 for about 15 schools. We've awarded contracts for about 15 schools that are going to be what we call lower secondary. The facilities we are providing is just like any high school facility. And every one of those schools has a library, biology, chemistry, and physics labs. Beautiful school buildings, and they are coming to a community near you very soon. And in 2023, when we open those schools, you're going to see how we are going to 6 years quality secondary education and not 3 years plus some 3 years old middle school led educations that we call high school. If you they have about 12 junior high schools. Within the next week or so, God willing, will cut a sword for the construction of a new lower secondary school there. Now, all those 12 schools will be out of commission a year from now. They will no longer as junior high school. We'll move all the students into this new building that have biology, chemistry, and physics lab and libraries and everything. Therefore, these students who are now going to grow up in Ojin of Benasi are going to get the highest level of science education. Robotics is going to be taught there. The space is provided for that. And their level of efficiency or proficiency by the time they get to junior high 3 will be very different. But the good news about that is that instead of 12 headmasters, we're going to have 1. So we have 13,000 junior high schools. If this reforms goes on as planned, we're going to reduce that to about 2,500, about 15 schools. We've awarded contracts for about...
Hello. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I achieve you. I Machine Gun Preacher new. My name is Machine Gun Preacher again, and we are still moving on. Yes, Eguswa Yekoso. I Nyakupo Enshirao. Oh baby, I will be out. Machine Gun Preacher ni na ene on the 17th December 2021. I am programming a how do you call it, wrap up. We are on wrap up right now, and we are wrapping up issues and things that we need as a people. Ahana no kure afanedja etinaso. Ope bebia ubeti no kure wa pacho. Loud Silence TV is the main platform that holds this show wrap up, and the CEO is Kevin Taylor. All right, so if you want to join this program with any sessions, you can come on WhatsApp with 508-340-0069. Ofane, Machine Preacher ne, Keji Otawoni, Opa Program no, Obano used to 508-340-0069. And this is wrap up. And my topic today is Ghanaians learning bitter lessons under Akufo Addo's government. Dr. Nyaho vindicated. All right, so he is a prophet. He is a prophet. He prophesied, and it's happened. Life. All right, I hear the saying echo. Inkoto, welcome. Thank you very much, Inkoto. Inkoto, thank you very much. And I see something they are. How are you doing? I see you also. Thank you very much. Inkoto, I'm here. I'll say Dinkomo. I was saying come on. All right, and what's an echo room? Yes, Migusu, I working on this system. I don't know whether this is going to help it or not, but I still have small issues with this system and fixing them. So gradually, I know that this is going to be good. But for now, I had beans. All right. So thank you very much. Anyway, let's do this and do it right. Mepacho say when in Gia, Mepacho Shushay. After me gusu dawase se mabua ama ye do 1,000-mile journey on YouTube. Thank you very much. God bless you and God lift you up big time. Big time. Mepacho upe show be ashe. Nyansafo show and ukure show. Mepacho Shushay something one day out. Not share in Koto because these guys are big. These guys are big. These guys are big. Inkoto is one of my favorite guys. Yes. Kevin Taylor Atieno. I may say who Peshoa. Kevin Taylor name would be not no tia. I would see Inkoto. And a few people are making few people because on open cre and on per wimps open conform many a day. Inkoto any a day. Pacho subscribe to him. I'm planning that me and him will have a banter one a day. Ya menu nyina bet snap show no so near host show no together. Na ya him because he's a great guy. Inkoto, I love you. I love you so much. I very decent young man. Very decent young man. So today what I have for you, I'm going to bring you our health tip. And then after the health tip, I'm going to bring greetings to you guys. All right? I'm going to bring my greetings to you guys. All right, so our health tip is on the way. This is brought to you by Safro TV and Loud Silence TV. Safro TV and Loud Silence TV. All right, and so because this is very important for us to know. All right. Enti yegusua yekoso mepacho ohwe aduaba yi a ewo ho a aduaba yi ewo ho a your friend pine nuts pine nuts pine nuts mepacho enyama ebetumi ayem wo unipia ama unipedua ebewa amwa unya ahoden so pine your friend wobre aba if I'm right wobre aba na sa wobre aba we no it keeps bones strong sustains a healthy brain, okay, prevents premature aging, sexual enhancement, reduces cancer. All right, mesa akebi machem enwobre aba wo Ghana na wo hwe me na opese unya bi na unya ho faso a ena me kire wo no ai your friend enwobre aba ai ena afesu no it keeps bones strong, it keep you bone very strong, a sustain a healthy brain, a healthy brain and a prevent premature aging. Obu anchene nim nyina ya sa kokora panyin bi enso nyi I say brofui I me age would compare the me menyi che no 30 kura no a me menyi atwam kura no me still no me body ni manim and me body ewa hode far more than them because of Africa for enia yedi enti no enwobere aba me pacho emfe endiagro ebe cancer sexual enhancement ebema o tadua mu no amoa e bare didin say ahepo no ebe preventive from aging unya kokran tentem abrewan tentem wonimu pom I said we have 55 years no keep bones strong as well. So this is how do you call it in Waberia Abba, and I am saying say munyamo na mompe Waberia Abba I Wabraba bro for your friend pine nut pine nuts. All right, thank you very much. And I know you guys consider this a lot. So look for it. Let's move on and let's go. I'm Bacho. A very, 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 very important. Me Bacho, meje enkrato na masabasisia.
So I only have a minute before I go on here, but here's a quick question. How does it feel like when you lose a city? Shall I imagine the chest pains when you lose 20 Ghana cedis? You can't find that amount of money. Ghana cedis, you will die. Maybe not. I mean, Ghana loses billions annually and we are still alive. Or are we? A 2019 report by the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project showed that our black star of hope, Ghana, loses $3 billion a year to corruption. I guess it's not out of place that we rank 75th in 2020 on the Corruption Perception Index of Transparency International. $3 billion equivalent of 18.5 billion. That is 1.5 billion a month. But what can this amount of money do for Ghana? 1. 14 of the University of Ghana medicals. 15 of the Sagleme Affordable Housing Project, and that is going to be home for 75,000 people. And to top it all, 11 Terminal 3s. This means that every region literally could benefit from at least 2 projects. And imagine, this is there. Now, given the recent events concerning the 2022 budget, if we had paid attention to this lost money, that's 11 years of no e-levy. The government states it needs 10 billion cedis to end youth unemployment, yet loses 18.5 billion cedis annually. That's 1.2 million and counting jobs down the drain. I could go on and on, but I just got my cue on the 5. Over to you now. So I only have a minute before I go on here, but here's a quick question. How does it feel like when you lose a cedi? Shall I imagine the things when you lose 20 Ghana cedis? You can't find that amount of money. 100 Ghana cedis, you will die. Maybe not. I mean, Ghana loses billions annually and we are still alive. Or are we? A 2019 report by the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project showed that our black star of hope, Ghana, loses $3 billion a year to corruption. I guess it's not out of place that we rank 75th in 2020 on the Corruption Perception Index of Transparency International. $3 billion equivalent of 18.5 billion. That is 1.5 billion a month. But what can this amount of money do for Ghana? 1. Of the University of Ghana Medical Centers. 15 of the Sagleme Affordable Housing Project, and that is going to be home for 75,000 people. And to top it all, 11 Terminal 3s. This means that every region literally could benefit from at least 2 projects. And imagine, this is just for a year. Now, given the recent events concerning the 2022 budget, if we had paid attention to this lost money, that's 11 years of no e-levy. The government states it needs 10 billion cedis to end youth unemployment, yet loses 18.5 billion cedis annually. That's 1.2 million and counting drain. I could go on and on, but I just got my cue on the 5. Over to you now. So I only have a minute before I go on here, but here.
Someone person near to an amobium, I can't say a bit of time feeling. Sabi baby, a title crunch, and say questions you are beside and together. And Sano, such as a wedding, parts in any more with you. Selfie, Massa Nipano, you have your just answer. I have a catch as a few fair quite identity. Maybe at a fabric, Gentina, Sepranina, and Canchom. You're not being at the Canchom. Many parts one yes, this for us is a secret of for Sosia party. Yes, I say why and who sabi. I say and not crying friendly papa. I am school placement cran massa. Police form online, campaign online. Someone person near to an amobium, I can't say a bit of time feeling. Sabi baby, a title crunch, and say questions you are beside. And Sano, such as a wedding, parts in any more with you. Selfie, Massa Nipano, you have your just answer. I have a catch as a identity. Maybe at a fabric, Gentina, Sepranina, and Canchom. You're not being at the Canchom. And so far, the catches many parts one yes, this for us is a secret of for Sosia party. Yes, I say why and who sabi. I say and not crying ni pakura ni o matu ama aya de chama from obi abamabu say school placement kura no masa o pe bia ma bakura wunya munya bibia online nti ekwe campaign e no online na someone person munya betu na mo bia mu dia mo kan che e beti e try fie say be bia.
Rice has become an important commodity and is being grown in all the regions of our country now. Formerly, it was mostly not the north because of the level ground was the most ideal place. But now we have lowland valleys and things where rice can be grown, and they have more moisture. So places like the Volta region are becoming very, strong, competitors in the rice growing area, Western region and other places. And so we can exploit all that to grow more rice. But it takes people who have an interest in it, and government must step in, because it's not about growing the rice, it's about providing the processing facility to move the rice from the farm to the market. I mean, nobody goes and buys paddy rice to eat. They want the rice, prepared so that they can just put it in the bucket. And so between the farmers and the market, there must be enough processing capacity. And so in our time, we try to push processing. The Brazilian company, that set up the mill in Volta region, we encouraged them. They came as investors. We made them invest. And so the Avnash, rice mill plant in Nyankwala, the Avnash family came here, and I told them that, look, we want to recapture, rice production, so set up a rice milling plant for us. And they did. That rice milling plant is there. It's a first-class rice mill. So we have the capacity to be able to produce enough rice to feed ourselves in this country and even to export. But it needs that government must, come in. Private sector alone cannot, raise the resources to be able to do it. And so I have said several times that we need a capacity to process. If you bring in the capacity to process, to rise to the occasion. Of course, fertilizer and things are expensive, but if they get a fair price, for the paddy, and the millers to get a fair markup for, processing and selling, it will be a win-win partnership, And so I do think that, yes, planting for food and jobs is a good thing, but we must look strategically at some crops for which, if we achieve self-sufficiency, it will help this economy. Right now, foreign exchange, cedi is going down, the dollar is going up, and that is because of the amount of rice we're importing, the amount of palm oil we're importing, the amount of vegetable oils, the amount of chicken we're importing. And
thank you so much for watching. Subscribe on that bell icon and get notified every time we share something new. We always share something new. Stay consistent.
All right, sorry. Good evening again, guys. Good evening. On akopo insha na on your kese baby bia owo bia on show na on your kese I let me share on your kese and be machine gun preacher any I matira madwem me ababedi enkomo me da was oje wo hwe me but share video ni no embra no betie bi I pimbra no betie bi but baby a hwe me bia yakopo so enhira say ya no wi say enwumre yakopo onhira no onpagyaw enwumre nso ya another day for a very good conversation me but me ma tidbits awo dollar no say no you say dollar na ya kire mo no enye no they give the figures the way they want it into no for now no what they gave the media, I think is what I'm reading. It is $1 is 6 Ghana cedis 7 pesos. A euro is 7 Ghana cedis 33 pesos. A pound is 8 Ghana cedis 78 pesos. And I heard it is gone up higher than that. All right. So as I've told you, everything has gone up. Bibia akosro, bibia gusu ekosro sa just like that. All right. But I was say, Yakupo Inshirao. Maminchia Madafo Amo say, let me greet people very quick. Blaze Talata, how are you doing? Ametape, how are you doing? Kwesi Essen Joseph, God bless you. Lydia Ewurachi, sweetheart, how are you doing? I hope you are doing good. Nice to not forget my name. The knee is very important. All right, Henny. Okay. Sela Emanuela, I see you. Bright Doe, I see you. Aretha Okoye, sweetheart, how are you doing? Brahite, harmless. All right, so Sule Nasiruddin, Inkut was around. Mkuto was around. I see great. The machine gun. All right. Aretha Okoye, Isaac Frimpong, very brilliant. Now they are trying to adopt the American school system. American school system is not going to help us. It's a bunch of nonsense. This guy, you see, these people, let me tell you, you people, when you hear things, you get happy with things, but you're supposed to get happy with just anything. Let me tell you, now, listen to what he said very well. He's going to start a junior high, something, middle high, or whatever, right? And it's going to be 15 schools, and there's going to be only one headmaster over 15 schools. Maybe I'll say, again, that's a cut down of employment for the headmasters who have gone to school. It's a cut down. It's not going to help. Okay? Mbwa into 15 na nipa ba ko behwe school ni nyina so no. Omo a 14 na aka no. Ede no bedi, ede no beye. Are they going to teachers? Let's open mind and think. Okay? Moment be adwemu. Na yenjini enko straight, because some of the he might have the good idea, but that he has not thought far. If thought far, it wouldn't be like this. And because I'm no cano, I and some phone, you know, don't take him too serious, because who see schools bear 15, not for headmaster bako. So what about the other headmasters? Are you going to cut down their pay? Are you going to fire them? Are you going to turn them into teachers? Or what are you going to tell them to do? What is going to happen? Question for you. All right. Randa Akwele, Osasaforo, DJ Capasta, DJ Capasta. All right. Okay. So Kweku Newton, I see you. Rashida to Junai. And Salina Siruddin, Frimpong, all right, so King Joseph, Tina Vautier. Tina, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Hanadia, all right, Nanadia, I need my glasses. Nana Dia, sorry. Linda Fosu, Abdul Basit Abdullah. Abdullah Basit, how are you doing? Al Hassan Benedicta. Yes. Saforo. All right. So Samsewa, I saw you too. Tina Vautier is also around. No Bagawaya, he says. Isaac from Pondia. Ayana say Jama Obi Owa Bruche, wo school Bruche, no school Bruche, or Tigana or Yede, or school Bruche, or better than Ghana or Yede. If you have Ghana, doesn't mean you are answer. School never America or much short school no to say they acquire was so much no, and to arrange everything the way government be mad, then no be good not we are to end some. They have to sit down and place the school in a certain way. They be away by our best son, we ban our best son, we ban why any say, we or say, or also be any say, or there are some more canoe, but say one can
about 15 schools. We've awarded contracts for about 15 schools that are going to be what we call lower secondary. The facilities we are providing is just like any high school facility. And every one of those schools has a library, biology, chemistry, and physics labs. Beautiful school buildings, and they are coming to a community near you very soon. And in 2023, when we open those schools, you see how we are going to provide 6 years quality secondary education and not 3 years plus some 3 years old middle school led educations that we call high school. If you go to Abnase and Onye, they have about 12 junior high schools. We did so, God willing, will cut a sword for the construction of a new lower secondary school there. Now, all those 12 schools will be out of commission a year from now. They will no longer exist as junior high school. We'll move all the students into this new building that have biology, chemistry, and physics lab and libraries and everything. Therefore, these students who are now going to grow up in Obinase are going to get the highest level of science education. Robotics is going to be taught there. The space is provided for that. And their level of proficiency by the time junior high 3 will be very different. But the good news about that is that instead of 12 headmasters, we're going to have 1. So we have 13 junior high schools. If this reforms goes on as planned, we're going to reduce that to about 2,500, about 15 schools. We've awarded contracts for about 15 schools that are going to be what we call lower secondary. The facilities we are providing is just like any high school facility. And every one of those schools has a library, biology, chemistry, and physics labs. Beautiful school buildings, and they are coming to a community near you very soon. 23, when we open those schools, you're going to see how we are going to provide 6 years quality secondary education and not 3 years plus some 3 years old middle school led educations that we call high school. They have about 12 junior high schools. Within the next week or so, God cut a sword for the construction of a new lower secondary school there. Now, all those 12 schools will be out of commission a year from now. They will no longer exist. Junior high school. We'll move all the students into this new building that have biology, chemistry, and physics lab and libraries and everything. Therefore, these students who are now going to grow up in Obinase are going to get the highest level of science education. Robotics is going to be taught there. The space is provided for that. And their level of proficiency by the time they get to junior high 3 will be very different. But the good news about that is that instead of 12 headmasters, we're going to have 1. So we have 13,000 junior high schools. If this reforms goes on as planned, we're going to reduce that to about 2,500, about 15 schools. We've awarded contracts for about 15 schools that are going to be what we call lower secondary.
So, waiting as I'm not some chewa DB. We momo kasa guy we or nyansa or idea or fortune. But the rare thing who say I didn't know or China a big critical issue. All right, so we have 12 junior high schools in Onyesuwame, okay? 12, okay? class 1, 6 to JSS 3, okay? And you one school. Ebiana e isuka ho, nkola no so ka ho, eka ho. That's one. Inti sa bako 12 schools. Ni nyina no, we see dine bako in one central location where all the 12 schools are going to come together and go to school over there. Now, mibisawo enkola no babia schools no wono. Obia net area. It's a question I'm asking you. Se me meti just one me or say him fan work no. Na obi so te him. What did when we say ebia school na e wo ho no eno na ebe bro you know in an aspect of how do you call it transportation any one ka ho no we fi say bia eno ebe boa de bakro no ba bia kwakosi school no 12 schools ni nyina e bomba akọ ye fe do kwanto nchen assuming you are going to build and have all the students in one school. Mr. Question, what are you going to be doing with the old buildings? What are you going to use it for? It's going to be out of commission. Why don't you build this science laboratory and other things that are needed there so that those who are going to be walking from their house, that is good for them, or walking by 5 to 10 minutes, I would do no. So say no, or if a car, I could be at 30 minutes and a debate or what? But can that place be built and kept well instead of having it out of commission? Ibisa. In the first place, there are other schools in the other villages that have problem. How many? Now, if I look at Kotunche, what do I wait in a no? Sa 12 schools na ni na babaya back no. What's it 11 headmasters in na? What I do with them? It's going to be one headmaster into 11 na kano or mayor Jumabe. What are they going to be doing? It's a question for you. Think about it. And ye kasaw the nyansa. America ha bobo bra. Me makwada school or one. Say obe out of the mini area na. It was something because yeah mother bus. If you agree, no problem. But your area no, where you live and your address, a ho and a obeku school. What you say? It can media can be pese and ka area beyond vicinity beyond. Baby, I'm calling the water. Omoye survey. No mu nkorado do if we going to school. No munye school ho efa mo. No car, no trotro, no wine, nothing. So the baya cut it down on transportation and risk of car knocking children. And a sanya manyamani nyina. Or the oko school na come dinner. Or to fe firi benku what's be fee. Only problem. It can even cut down this boarding school issues and all that. But be a will be a school hall. What I say is very important. And yet I know any kasawo is the answer. Yes, a answer. Just a crimpon. You think about what he's saying. Don't look at it like or the America for you if I want to tell me in any way. Well, one system no my president be any bar. No, nobody comes to change things. They are all following the procedure, and every way it has to be, they follow it. Until this is reasonable issues. You are going to sack 11 headmasters. What are they going to be doing? What are they going to be doing? What about those who are going to be finishing? What about those who are going to be finishing, their service and be promoted to be headmasters? How about them? All right. Yankoso na yambonko mo. Yankoso yambonko mo ne hwede kubon show. All right. So Reverend King, Mehu. Reverend said, we are glued to you. Meda wase Yakopo on shirao. Isaac Frimpos said there, Mama na konya watase. Obey member ewo efie ha. Enti Mama na konya kakadon traso. What he say is not 100% perfect, but we are starting from somewhere. My friend, sana free SHS ene ajigono. You don't start 100%. You start with good initiative, good planning, building up what you have, making it better from its standpoint. ɛhɔ na ɛwɔ sɛ wotena men yɛ sɛ wobɛyɛ kunkurin meanwhile free SHS mo baeɛ yɛbisa mo sika bɛn mo se kwen ene mo say wow be so school fees bia kura ko school fees masa yenya de sa o we do this in consultation yetena se ya fanipa ne yetena se ne adwe ne ho ne yenya ya giatum ye dey say ne yenya ye move unko to be sorry ntra se utika kakasa adwe na wakodwiri bibi ho na de aba no abeka guguru boya waka to na ye say o de wo school America ti masa school no what I'm telling you should look into it very well o school fine, he can have a school. Some people who rent places to have schools. There's level and guidance. Mefa car, mefa camera. I'll go to schools and I'll go and video how this looks like, the settings, so that you will see how these people are moving. Now he said, Akwa we or Kasei. Kasano, a woman in the name of America. Jimmy Sem no Okano. We are not dead. Dear Uwano built up it, build upon it. What about the private schools? What are the private schools going to do? Okay, so VHS is not perfect. It's not VHS is not perfect. It's not perfect. It is not perfect. Said na muji asoko tuaba. Enye perfect na woka. Anyway, what about I say? I had it. All right, moment call I review. We rush through it very fast, and then we are going to move on. All right. Don't borrow for Christmas celebration. Financial consultant. I don't know who's talking to, but he's saying don't borrow for Christmas celebrations. Aha. And you know, but why was so Bobby could bunya kota ko be miensa. Member who are buying so why is your top besia besia na would be juwania hwene yi any catch them don't borrow for this festive season, don't do it necessary. I open case disqualified justice will go over malicious blatant lie comment ku azan disqualified justice I was just akwaro omuyi ni free ho I was omuyi ni free ho. And I agree to that perfectly, that he needs to leave that office. Also, we need asset we need to free ho on Ghana. And as Chief Justice, also all recusing who no free so or a disgrace to society. Chief Justice or a disgrace to society. I'm telling you guys in case you don't know. All right, okay. Apo induced Wasi 2021 result to wet celebrate UEW lecturer. Egumado, yes. Yes, the only I don't know what kola po. So mun fengo siadia. Musa kola we mo jimi ya anti. Wo fesa mu yobi. Uba ko to university. I want to be so we jimi pa. Siadia. E wo se be ma apa ho. I was a more apo ho. Wo se agro. One MPP for 50, 100, and I'm got two about my MPP. And then, menu, bre, Safin Awoba, me Mississippi Minayo, I be a communal, a CB. Now, after Woofy as yes, I will be who's net here. I see block there, me Pamisi dine, Pamisi dine, Bium. I now, who I will buy, I feel better cement, I see dine. Be strange answer. Jimmy. Monto to back was a penny in this hour, non coso, non saw mine, send your pay, said the Japanese. On my team, in Qualabre, as you pay for some got jet, almost got jet. For answer, on the Bissau say, yes, be an Bissau. I'm got jet. Abra Ghana, yeah, bre, I'm got jet. Kwasampe na mi budipa but me say we GBisa cost of Akufo Addo trips state secret. I can't tell you Kandapa to parliament. Really? This is my problem. This is my problem. Kandapa is telling me I can't know what that short boy or man uses our money to do. Into Onkoso, non say sika. Now National Security Minister, ya from parliamentar. Wow, Trump and Kwasi Assemble ebini and omo yeno. Akufo Addo Trump They're the same people. Trump is a foolish man. Likewise, Akufo Addo. But Trump is better than Akufo Addo. Jimmy poto. And I'm telling you, and I'm saying, I'm kind of bro fum. Catch Trump. Even if I want to insult Biden, I will insult Biden. I voted for him. My taxpayers' money pay him. He can hear me insulting him. He can't do a damn thing. And nobody is coming after me to insult me. That is leadership. But I'm also telling you that Akufo Addo is stupid because he is leading the life of Donald Trump. And the ministers nyina bebre omuja said banomo omu nyina are indicted over following Trump and being loyalist to Trump, and now they are in jail. If there's nothing for you to hide, you are telling me that you cannot tell Ghanaians and even Parliament how much the president is spending on it, knowing that you say to play crab more. Yeah, political ambitions. You ruined it up. And this that you are doing, and you're still loyalist of Akufo Addo, is going to lead you everywhere. I'm telling you. I know you are running after him. I don't even blame you. I thought they said you were a sound-minded person, but I realized that you are a sound-minded man until when I saw a very small young lady turn you left and right. What are you worried? With your face like and then say excuse me. State trip is a state secret. According to 2 years, it's a state secret. State secret. Really? So, is there any state secret against Parliament or judiciary? Akufo Addo, me say, whoa, papa, Akufo Addo, you will suffer. This is not only my money, not only Isaac from Pom's money. I'm telling you, it's about Ghana. Isaac, it's about Ghana. The way we are going to check each other, we are going to check each other so that governments won't come and fool us and go away scot-free. What about I say? Yes, and then agree budget. What is so? And now who the $3 billion? No, 3 billion Ghana cedis, which is equivalent to $400 million plus. What do you need that money for? And if we agree, what the budget do? I speak from my heart. God will punish you. Whoa, me say, God will punish you. Whoa, Akufo Addo, me say, Onyankopon, obey chiawoka. I'm telling you, and I'm saying this from my heart. Yes, and I'm being real. I'm being very real. And this is very sad that things like this go on. You are playing with your political ambitions. This is going to be there for you for life. Keep it. It's a secret. Keep it. Mahama nebeye weya, and Mama Bem no beye weya. We hear people, we hear the mouth of Asofo, Abayifo, and Kwasiafo, Echimifo, Omomuninyans, Akwensafo, and this peace council. But you mun yomo Kwasiano. Ndiom peso mu bi maron omuka. Because Mahama de onyenipa. Akufo Addo onipa etikwasi say can the power be transfer catch Ghana for say Akufo Addo is a state secret. Why do you tell Ghanaians when he's supposed to travel? Why does he tell Parliament he's travel if it's a secret? Siam penyufa moso mayenka penyufo Jimmy 47 ma Jimmy amugusu Jimmy. At this point you loyal to the state of Ghana. You're not loyal to Ghana, you are loyal to this old fool. This is not the right time to reopen our land borders. President Akufo Addo, Fanary, some catching. Mr. Betria Waka, Upakwa Sianimu, I woe, and who was Siadina Wogano. Let people suffer. Jimunum Yansa, you are thinking about people suffering. You want people to suffer. when they have to go do business back and forth, you have stopped it, but you are willing, you want to travel to America for a close to border. We are in London. COVID, your stupidity, your stupidity will always follow you or before you, and you shall be a clown continuously. And I'm telling you, we're not afraid of your nonsense. So make you people who has. I have never seen a president as useless as Akufo Addo. Na mumis kama muyanka na asante hini wa see a peaceful person. I would jina bemu. The people are saying we don't want it. Asante hini no baba beche Ghana for say Ghana for engine na ye tax. Esa say what asante hini? Who just asante hini? Do you pay tax? You don't pay tax. The good that comes from that land over there. 1% or 2% comes to you, and almost 3% goes to Ghana. 1% and so you don't have a problem. As a person, calm down. As a person, calm down. As a person, calm down. Why? That's it. So what do you makuma? I mean, monsieur. As a people, as a babadamo, Mimbodam, Shasante Hene, Oti Kokoso, what you go so, you're gonna for your boy a hooker near 2 gold, near 1%, near 1%. Now that's a wataso, Asante Hene, Nana Sawataso, Utukwaya, no Akotombi, no Aba Ghana force, Sa 11 yem pet. Taxes are, we are not good citizens. Isaac, if this man needs to be spoken to, he must be spoken to. Me, I don't know. No, I'll put it where it is. That is my nature. I don't play with it. Because just imagine Ghana digging gold. If it's how much? 100%. Okay? If it's 100%, won't get 2% near the map. Who asante here won't into who unisika problem. Asante here who unisika problem. Won't ya tax? Akufo Addo Brewusika, they bring you money. Anything you need is at your fingertips. You will get it. Tirana, say no trust catch say, Yenko tia taxi citizens are Uzi a Jimmy. Na adenupo, and you say beer or more system beer, Wuko Chiano, what you what's anything no near to 175%, you know, na and one no. Debut. Some send 170 Mr. Kana. 175 every me ho. Na only back on the command, only back on more beer. Also cheer 175. Also come here. Also cheer 175. Who said this as can do pesking in answer? Moodis can get them. We are by for now. We are by for. We are by for. We are brother. A question. A question. A question. Isaac. Also, I'm calm down. Also, because I permit you, I'm calm down, come. Because me was him too much. It was okay, I said, no, Isaac said, me calm. Until there was a calm down. I wanna bra calm down. Isaac, also, sempa. I me was sempa. I made no credit, me friend Diagro. So when you said the cost and yet, me see me second house. Me see me second house. Let me tell you the frustration I went through for building. Me roof kaka me roof kaka roof na me roof na me no. Me cut taxes do a gusto for just roofing na. Roof ni crab boy den sa o. Taxes a gusto. COVID tax was so deben. COVID tax kwa me e gusto. Roof kaka. Roof. Ah me di tibetum. This government will not do it as easy for me to build so that I can be independent. But the very poor young man that is coming up will suffer. Look at the buildings they build. She eda who do omusi. Bibisao. Wow sha. Yeah. Isaac. Impanyifo muso ma mu onuanom mu nam na mu dia brosa mu wi a ye man kitten na ye so ye be ware no mu didi ma ye mrewa na wo mu no fu atiegu asa ayoto na de ye so ye nya no na mu die no so ka ho but ye ni sika ye de be ma wo enti no e wo so no so pesa bo brent e wo so to be pe baabi no pe shikere de no ni ko nante na mu sa di HIV mo yare Bonnie, nobody, you all don't deserve to live. And chain. And book as a boy, papa. I am some big crab with this acona, Mr. Bewus and chain. Because Siasamentesa, a Jimmy Samentesa, and paying Bonia Mosheka Pioto, and paying Bonia Mosheka Pioto. I can't say my anchor. Say dia grow kroma na say enim dia na say de hwe freemani sukura na me pe be kura ndu akokora bonnet se wo penyi boni o she ka keep you to Nkrumah University of Science and Technology graduate becomes pure water seller due to unemployment. Share Isaac ene me no na program Isaac ene me no na program no Isaac, me no program nene. Me no program nene. Isaac, show. Shadie. As a young man, we see abraboso. Empanyifo kuresika wo monsam. Wa boni bre wo sika wo. Acha se wo so ko bo bra. Pie wo ti kwasi a wo ene ohyium se kona ko so ko bo bra. Obetimi aboa amo apeke batom moda because ono no hun se ono abobra why darega cream dream day why ni nyina enye sika nti wonso kona ko bobra they make you look stupid omo ye dream any katasese any proye no buni sika but essence wonu to be anti no wonu ye piao obeka just say wo kura no you can't beat him because or smart but meanwhile no won to be your dream any katasese no ye anti no you look stupid and they respect you either because they have money, connections, they detect to do what they feel like you should do as a country. And that is what is happening to Ghana now. If unemployment, young say we university, and I want to say Nekeba, I was saying Konya baby or 2 year Juma, not to be boy Juma and mana brabo, on your head start. Ujasi, tuba panche, no kotu to shoe akese, baba kese, oba yini ni ocean, no da message na koshe. No, the bia no koso. Na wo akola na wo ba you say na say so obo na ogina na so no ombo will die. Make you useless so that you can always stay under him. Gonna form paying for bunny. Ba ko kraso a ye behwe. Se mbo ba mo ba dwunso a ye di pipe be hye mo ba ma. Nye di pipe afa ba wanum. Dwunso a na egu wanum na wo hwade a wapi ho. 2 airports for Upper East region coming. Regional minister hints. So, Mr. Question. Why do we need airports? I'm asking. Maybe one. But I'm asking. Why do we need 2 airports? I just want to ask. My question is, they want jobs. Omo pe juma, omo ye didi, asho bomba, edo mo mark school. No mo so ba ye bema, e wo fee, enye airport. Airport will benefit them. Jobs will benefit them. Jobs will benefit them. Such farm that they can work in, jobs that they can do will benefit them and their family. Not airport. After all, how many people in the Upper East will fly through this Upper East region? How many people? This is a beneficial thing for the president because he doesn't want to drive. He wants to get an airport so he can fly from Accra straight to Upper East, come and do his thing. and go back. Come and do campaign and go back. That's what this airport is for. But this airport won't do anything. How much money will this airport generate for the very people of Ghana? How many people can this employ? How big is airport? But our airport called the airport bear. It's a question mark. They are lost priorities. Or maybe say, let me see airport or her, let me see airport or no person or ye. Into Yamano or ye no, or yan be the home, you whom quadrant who say moi. All right, what crime have we committed? Sunyani Airport to needs renovation. Domahini. Now, unim the emissary. Unim emissary. Papa, we me catch out the MP before dinner. Me catch us in the MP before a deep papa atemwa. Why? Because our kasa on issues. He is speaking issues, what the country needs, showing you how desperate and senseless Akufo Addo is, making him look stupid. Is that level? And I him for being muso tetewa. Womusu kutia Papa way because Papa way na Hindi no is different. Papa way na Hindi no dino is different altogether. Papa way Hindi no is different. Leadership. Bema hini o beni ho ase ya hwa atade a o hye one ne manfo eye adwuma wo krom ho e pesika e de bo ne krom mafo masa. I'm telling you, they can do whatever they want. These are the kind of kings that should be in the place of Asante. I'm telling you today, Maka Messi Maka Messi, this chief right here is a very, very responsible and a true leader, blessed chieftaincy from of on high. Papa way. Me say, Papa way, and ordinary general okran, and it's Asante Hina Konyaswa, and there will be great view. There will be better. Asante will be better off than what right now. This Asante sitting down there is a hypocrite and is a cheap person. You see, can you win in it? You know, there's no what Koshek Mase, Koshek Editia, Maketa Bama Bessima, Koshek de Waye, Asante Hine, who to me Shamra, and will be out to the storm because I'm you who was out to me. You know, why can't you make law? Why don't you shake Mase, Sag a fee? There was that Krumu, they get rid of it. But you sit down and you back this, how do you call it? This useless president. But they may say, Makachremo, fire, mechano kureno, me se kwasia fobi se adoye kwasia no Jimmy Fonwa, wakwa ne wa, ne yitu se kube. Beba, onisa bua paponum hwan. Yes, they have money more than I do, but I'm telling you, they have deficit of brain. Omunim nyansa. They have a brain deficit. Jimmy, they have no common sense. And I'm telling you, I'm saying to you, me can't was sin winning na be or chef for me catch me ubet me dimatem ubet me I get me but I am telling you, if you threaten me, I come to you first. I come and look for you first. And when I come, I'll bring you very, very hot coffee, no sugar, extra black, and I'll make sure you drink down your fucking throat. Because I Jimmy home, and you breast a crodom. Because I Jimmy, no more to kwasi ampanyi bi say adoye wotu ho na wo hwehwena omkrofo wanim say twade wanim say twade ate wanim say twade wosa now we did hwehwena manfo. I'm telling you, the kind of heart that I have, I don't shake to nothing. I don't shiver for nothing. I don't stoop for nobody. Even if Akufo is in front of him, I'll still tell him his nonsense must stop. We put him where he is. We pay him. Nonsense. Siafo. National Secretary Kronfo. We have constructed more toilets than a government in the MPP, the Fourth Republic. Hey. Walai na so nana. Walai na so nana. Nana dada. Or see one district, one factory where who are no na so nana. Walai. They're not there. Why? Nana say, what to we see toilet sing every government in Ghana. President Mua Mama pre interchange hospital like I say. So Jaria, so many, so Konia, so many. You settle for Mercy, oh president, or to be two Land Cruisers. In case you don't know, Land Cruisers 2 tanks. One Bakuya reserve and a Bakuya going. Bakuya sa near mere bottom, not a sun, not echo. It will be far away. Not to meet two Land Cruisers way, a fillet tank, main tank, reservoir, a fillet. Baku 70. I don't know if you're using. Kobe. Now who can you jacket? Anna, Otu Sakai, Casway, oh, Nanquasia for the Bresuti, or some man commissioning. Oh, Nashi coming, or to be commission Bibia, on your hey, ticket D, Entino, on your opportunity over a very stupid project. That's supposed to be for the very mere CE. If you assemblyman, na number 2 Land Cruiser bear 70 Accra, alcohol 70. na nkwasiafo di the bodyguards asoja fa police for lawyers den enimdifo obukọ a no makogina ayi transformer ho na fa mu di echere pafu na 18 lakusa baku 70 fill tank main tank water tank baku 70 ambulance di eche asoja for di eche adoctor for di eche a police for di eche security BNI NDA Akufo Addo girls oya ka hu bi obukọ a mako commission transformer baako no mas etuka no masan ababak mesrew baba na president na ho ka che Ghana for say ono no we see more toilets as any government in the Fourth Republic. Akufo Addo no can we enti say who did the chia you should be ashamed. Think about it. Aye, who did the chia you should be ashamed. His toilet abrak tell you Biden, let me tell you what Biden mean. Biden in a city Staten Island, New York. New York. You see, underground pipe ni buy old. Biden buy your gin who pet. Or see I'm going to fix it. Oh, Tracy can you fix it? And then my Google assessing, man is fixing everything newly. That is going to stay to the next 100 to 150 years. If maintenance go on well. Mutia a president moi asia kwaje a friend is saying 100 billion, 2 billion, 52 billion where we are uba no basic toilet. Waka say Jimmy and Kwasafo, ye need the ene, wo de dia won ne. Sa uju sa ukonia, sa ubejare, utisa kutreti. Unu kutreti. And then Ghanaians are learning a bitter lesson on the Nana Akufo Addo. Bitter lesson. Aye. Ubeso ute du kure. Du kwa na meka chiro. Me didn't chiro. I always tell you the truth. Oh, ade. So on say me there, me so bia. I don't fear nobody. I don't fear you. I fear you. Enti no, ye guso ayeko. Enti de wa adwene ho. Wo dwene ho an obesa ho say, "Eh, enti amamuo no ekọ ne sen." Because it's very important that you ask yourself, when bisa ho a, why your ho? Why your ho? Obi na your ho. Why na your ho? Also we see toilet sin government be a toilet. Kona kodi dokuno eni meko nchina mbaako fa pure miensa gusu na uwi a kona konne wodi ano no na otelankusem na okoba na wodi ese konne. Yeah, your papa bound. Utun for gold is lifelong project. Hey, neti koi we yeah, nyama say. Hey, Lighthouse use Manasseh Azur and Co. Hey, some Manasseh Azur do so Johnny. Johnny. Oponi fails to move judge again. Roberts gunned down 2 cops. Oh, so sorry. Papa. But I think say our people need more my condolences to your family. This is not anything. And the papa was a coso. Sorry. But we here training. Pa. I'm sure say I saw your phone biana. Actually munyansa san. But for sorry, why? I'm sorry. Oponi case we there. Me say, the omo hwehwe no umbehu. Oponi. They have meant to jail Oponi. Bakre Japan. Yeah. The judge, the CJ, just wrote a letter to issue him to be able to change a judge and bring another one because he knows he may go to jail. Tell you, but tried several times to remove Judge Unuga, who we all know he's an MPP full soldier. He's an MPP full soldier, and they won't grant that. Me say, some painful way. Me say, this makes me miss Rollins. Me miss Rollins. Corrupt judges say, corrupt judges. And I'm maybe sha wo muti no. I ebia na guso ekoso no. Me ya sadly see here. But telling you, things that are happening now no very sad. LCI sues Manasseh 3 for defamation. Defamation is there. Bagbin justifies illegal action. Gender ministry to clear beggars of street minister. Engage public on election issues. So, Manasseh Azori, n'intro na etorobia ohwitwa no in trouble no. Ebebe twem no kan se bi efa nkofo yehu ene na wachi no. Ono so awadwane nti yehwe de bekoso. Se Mahama ansuwa me say obi de oye ne basabasa obesu. I have only 2 relatives in my hey. Akufo Addo, you cannot clean yourself. You can't clean yourself now. Okay, Mahama had 1, and you assuming you have 2. You have 2. You have doubled what Mahama did. He had only 1. And I'm kasaya na body stories. What's in it here? O glasses say afro. O glasses this afro koto. Try when you lie, you don't get finished. You don't finish. It has here. She brabo awobo. If you have only 2, take. Kennedy is unwell. 2 weeks to stand cross examination. Abua asie. Waba krom ha aba be file lawsuit eja wakotena. Ube bapa, ube crosses o. You cross examine Kennedy whether you are sick or not. Me see you cross examine. What you have said, you must finish. What you started, you must finish. And you finish it. Way nipa. Me he. Mama ka se me chiro mi wiase. Una me jealousy no mi wiase ha. Me chiro nipa me jealousy no. Obi a oye kronkron no di no kure. Na easy man say enema mean to me ye no. Mean to me she me hoso. Onu to me she no hoso. No to me ye no. Sa nipa no na me jealousy no. And I'm respecting it because the willpower is stronger than mine. You know so be how. Me yes sika na bepe o wiase o. Sika de kakra ye will be. Ye bedi ni de bekwa aba ye will be. But I'm just saying, I don't jealous any man for any reason. And if I have anybody to jealous, this is the kind of people are jealous. People who are holy, who are full of willpower, who are able to keep their integrity very high and don't lie. These are the people I, Kwame Safu, machine gun preacher, I jealous. Not Jimmy for way on Kanokre, where Kunipa, Otiwa, Jimmy Korasa de May, Nipa Polisem, Biosio Yare, Uko Ghana, Cossetti, a look-alike of FS, a look-alike of FSA. Or baby, not like a parliament impersonation. Whoa. Shake. MF fires sounds to MOH, GAS, and FDA. I'm on fire. Omuniansa. Who father of the area be a sound munina. That sense. Kumasi on red alert. VIP Allah supporters for shoulder. Hey, munkumu. Hey, munfasikayen wo mu ho. Munfasika wo mu muni mu mini muni mu asumuni mu hinim to tabo bema. Why? Munju tabo bema. Sia twa sa beba ni wi a beti de obedi beans twa obema no twa bema no twa tubufu a o se ala beba we si oboa ba o me de bebe na mo we de he me bo afu twa bema o fu twa bema twa bema twa bema no a chesika no and then match power me see ba me bebe no we say oboa ala na neba also oboa ba me bebe we say ala na ba me twa me bang chesika no a chwe bema no we chefisu me twa bema twa bema monku twa mo ho mo Jimmy you're going on show that. I'm going on show that. And let me tell if any say, Obiasaka, or see, say, Edipa Miasa. At the cam, I'm here to tell a show. No, I say, a deeper miasa, ti camu. Asantini, if a penny. Why the baby mate? You can ask at four, where Chasika, Mose Multibida, Trabalis, I can't be kind of action. Or say, Asantini, Pepeni, one mutikemu, no more qua. What was it? So to your hands, when you trouble, Namon Kumu, Unkumu, what here? Who are Massa? Somewhere if you say, I catch him say, he knows how to bring back. People manage economy, but they don't have to bring back dead people. I'm useless president. Aje. Come on. Special prosecutor to investigate the Achia of financial loss to the state. Started with Osafo Mafu. Quorum is based on members present in parliament, not in the chamber. Album Bagbane. Government engaging telcos to reduce charges. Before charges. Say I'll bet you me 175%. You are letting them reduce charges so that you can get your 175 right? So what Jimmy? Who Jimmy ba? Jimmy ko Jimmy who ja to because you already take charges. You always take money from the telcos. So where are we? And you what Juma our creative upa creative we always phone na fire. So we better phone line as well. Jimmy for. All right, so let me redo this. I thought I saw something I'm interested in. Minister blames Mahama for delayed completion of e-blocks. This cheap politics is just too much. It's just politics. Oh, basso. You may see e-blocks, man. Who are when what one our catch him say you are blaming somebody who has been out of government for 5 years, got out of government for 5 years, who blame for delayed e-blocks. Really? Now who want to buy what's here? Who buy anyway see? A question. A question. All right, Momenko. Babbing a dilemma. Being in a dilemma, torn between majority and minority. Puni bounced again. NDC MP fight Akufo Addo. Yes, you have to him or you use president. Jimmy Fuan kasa. So we are president ewo krum so womo asase no mo no ensu abefa womo wa wensi wa wanka ho hwe so a wanko boa womo and you think this president is a president? Akufo Addo dey say wo no wase for. You don't know. Wo no wase for. Wo no wase for ni mu ase ba. Wo Akufo Addo. Yeah, Oba wedding ewo Flagstaff House. 6.87 billion spent rice import in force. Planting for food and because say we your home Alan. The work when you Alan. Gender Ministry to stop street begging. Word of misinformation. Jospon Communication Group Scoops Awards. All right. So let's go. Justin Wunyuriga angrily burst at in court, say he is hallucinating. Hey. Justice Wunyuriga angrily burst out at Oponi in court, says he is hallucinating. Oh, bonko namunye na Wunyuriga. I'm telling you, Wunyuriga. When Nimse monkey beer or to crackwedu, make catch it. And marry no beso, also back retirement. Don't be a jet again. Bonkoso. Achians housing contract drag for special prosecutor. All right. Bagbing apologies to Ghanaians for conduct of parliament. That was it. Now let's come to this very little thing here. Back now we are at our we have done we have finished. No, let's not this even now. Let's do this. One is very important. This is what children have to go through in boat to go to school. In boat just to go to school. This is what children go through, and this is very, very sad. Very, very sad. Kola, in so way that they have to pass on to school. Masa me mean you, me. School come yanko. Alan Cash exposes Alan Cash a free year akoto. Hey, Alan Cash exposes Cash a free year akoto. Hey, sir? Boy, more expose mu when I ban yo. All right, guys, moving on. Jospon Communication Team School Awards. NP treading on dangerous religious grounds with proposed Nasara Amendment Dugan. Hey, I know my name is already too much. But let's move on and see what is next. All right, so NPP's for Delegates Conference. All roads lead Kumasi. All right, so thank you very much. Let's do this quickly. Talk about this very quickly. All right, so guys, look at this. January, Mr. Kevin SRDW. January to September 2021 expenditure returns. Breakdown of the Vice President Secretariat goods services using the approved budget by chart of account. So office facilities, supplies and accessories, 150,000. Paper, pencil, pen. Other office materials and consumables, 1.6. Maintenance and repairs of their vehicles, 3 million. No, yeah, 3 million. Operational enhancement expenses, 6 million. Grand total, 12 million. Yeah. Let's look here. Printed material and stationery, 500,000. No. Yeah. Refreshment items, 320,000. Other office material and consumables. Hey, aye washika, hey, aye washika, aye washika, aye washika, aye washika. Hey, sikara what did he say? Seminars, conferences, workshops, domestic, 1 million. 248. Grand total, 3 million. We bought 12 now. Hey. All right. Now, office facilities, supplies, and accessories. Share repetition. I was raha. I was raha. How have you? This is these people use our money. We nobody sick here. We nobody sick here. 4 years no. Oh, we every year. Yeah, the back up. Yeah, president so there. Why a boy be we? I first say Isaac, say wo hwe. Richmond, say wo hwe. Wo hwe. Printed materials and stationery, 863,000 plus. Office facility supplies, 2 million. Refreshment items, 1 million. Other office materials and consumables, 5 million. Refreshment items, and other office materials and consumables. I only have 5 million. Refreshment, and no one any consumables. Anyway, 6 million. It costs 7 million. Refreshment, I appear by me contract cleaning service charges. 5 million. Maintenance and repairs official vehicle 4 million. Seminars, conference, workshop, domestic 1 million. Grand total 21. Office facility, repetition, office facility, supplies, access 2 million. SARS, conference, workshop, foreign 1 million. Okay, you know, contributions of what? A year, another day. Expenditure returns breakdown of office of the chief of staff. Ono yenio. Chief of staff kwasi eba ne huni. January to September 2021 expenditures breakdown of the office of the president. Hey! 27 million. He said yeah, the 3 billion equaling to $400 million. Who Isaac? Who Richmond? Who Tuwe? Saskawe? Ya waka krama wa life better sa. Omutiwo omudini keke. Mecho nyansa. Chenya. Mecho nyansa. All right. Let's come back to learning of better lessons under Akufo Addo. Akufo Addo. Wachrea me yehunu se, wa me yehunu se, yuhi yet. Na yebe blessing se ne ya bre no. Waka a long time ago, ena wagusu eka, onja eka, debia den obeso chire no. So chire se Ghana. Most of beto aba Akufo Addo, you will see a better lesson or shenkom edito and pass so a idea ide esi. Instead of one cassa, Ujino, the omino air corner, Ujino was saying, one cassa, Ujino was saying, for the omino co, Papa Mokai, as a kind, and on a Ghana for punishment, Akufo Addo, and a Magana for. And one day comes to say, she dear Cosso, she Cosso Ghana, and then there, me know, Emil, the year bird, Jumano, I miss Sanche, I make a Sanche, Macasabi, they move no, maybe better wo, who dear Cosso, now what tears here, no who say it's not easy, it's not easy. A man wona mubuno, and yet I say, a qua, a pro, at it, drip, that she say, proye. The Fado or the Tigana for Kare, Wankasa, Isaac, Wankasa, Kwachi, Wankasa, you know, the Bisa will say, so in a mistruni, Bisa will say, that's an idea home, Bisa will say, I'm a movie, papa, who yes, going in a better catch him say, me try 11, me was seen near Akufo Addo. Na mama wako kudinda la kudin kwa siyasem. Wogu MPP say, wogu MPP ni mu asise. Na ufose na wo yobi, wogu MPP fo ni mu asise ente say at this point, wogu MPP eni mu asise at the day, I would ye MPP for a year. Ti, question, and me bisa wo. Wow, should we it is one kasa she bisa wo. Se kufuma odi president mo sasike we nyina uji ekosie office di bia obeka kire me se me twa 11 etwa wo se ene woni Akufo Addo atua ene betumi atwa di amount sasike we nyina 52 billion Ghana cedis mama the 57 billion ene odi ye adwuma wo Ghana wo mama or the 57 billion and the year more Ghana will buy 52 billion just like that. We Ghana for You need to be cheerful, man. See, Jimmy, I say, now you don't know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. And my neighbor, a baswa, and ayo. A baswa, and ayo. Inti, unkoso. Na mumbu ya kwasi. Yesterday, ye ni mnyansa ni ya Jimmy no. Sa, ni ya fanko ya ni. Eye. Ai, epacho, ye bre. So the omra, medie, me bre. Ai, me bre pa. Papa will say, Akufo will teach us a bitter lesson. And Ghanaians have learned a bitter lesson. And you and I both know, say, we have learned a bitter lesson from Akufo Addo. And Sano Kreno, Minjan to be a da and Injan to be a china. And I will never, ever stop speaking about this. No, I will not. I will always speak the truth. So that you will know that we are suffering. Ghanaians are suffering. Me pacho, me be a phone line, no. Me be a phone line. Inti pacho, ubefra, bra, uba. Papa na semo kind, no. That Ghanaians learn a bitter lesson under Akufo Addo, no. Me pacho, uba, kebi, ni enti. Eno ne hiya me, ni enka mwasam, ni empon, ni enko. Me da was phone line, no. Edem yopo. All right. Injeko, phones are open. May take it only 2 phone lines per phone lines and now 3 lines. May take it 3 per na yedi abma na yakoyenim. Ai intino ubafra frene monkomo. Ai fre na obi bika kani monkomo emfankoyenim. I see.
Yamisha we juma power ye. Don't mind him name what tell me bia mu bonedi we radio makasa. Mama missing de wa. Tiaba. Atara ebe se wa fede no ho benyin na obofro. Ma so na say ye benyin na wakase na wonde ye ano na oche wusu na wo ban. Papa no okasa ne de pepe oye onye minyansa pepe owakuma pa ode magana ma. Ehia yenkade amenkada me yemfanti me yanwinti ma papa ne amanka. America me dache MPP for wo frɛ Kevin no line no do na. Wo pede wakade mpepe fun yenyim pa na ho yenyim pa. Na se yekade yele hwe mu anofo no onye mpepe fu mbesiafo no po yenwo ye fie papa na ehwe yemfo me hu abekade ye coke. Yes,
Coca-Cola.
Asante Fumbesiafo, what would watching yan and often and people for what let's say yan CCH. Edu Jumes to able to miss for fruado. At the bank to tea that the Jumes to able to miss for fruado. Mama one year the mad man the yen in poker. Casano or me different what no wood trade the minion pay in poker. It's Asante Fun Cindy. Share Mrs. away here where your book history because I want anti-kingdom. The kingdoms were once an Asante kingdom, Baba. One piece Asante for the one one and obey your one freedom. Ah? One and what poor one and obey your one freedom. And son was son there. Assembly will pay beyond a waka. I had the young Kafun to send a hen ye way. Into the two year be someone there. After word dra. Say, I don't know what. Nti ebefra na aka nkwase samo to them free SHS here one ma eh some fan there e wo 25 years na wo ba e wo ntama wo ba sawo endru time e de ehwenyim pe bi na ehwenyim bi nti mo from na factory na na Akufo Addo we produce to go unwanted pregnancy ano na wo pe hu a ano na wo pe na me pede bibi so do ide na Akufo Addo hu a ano na onye ne government we invest we pudo ebi a Ghana fu yenyim ebi airport na all my promises no epudo no listen time no so gbogbo na ya hwe ya ncha mahama ne di no mboi nti ne do na semiske ne nya o do invest we epudo ano otumka a onkotum wa dem Cape Coast airport wo besi na ne seminister sa abadu so na wukesi airport wa pa me pede me bi someone there the was see na one way no in a common schools crampo no hospital crampo ontum complete na airport no botum wesa Ghana fu mesim besiafo na woto aba wode ma na Akufo Addo hu a ahwan wa ha wo ho bia maka minje kada ma etsina se koto abe kede ma me bi tembe okede besi bi oto aba ma na Akufo Addo wa kese no ho na asesa wa adwen asesa wa adwen na cobra so court so asede Cobra. Canada Japan.
Cobra na. Oh, Cobra na say.
Cobra.
Ono de say unu hwani mu ase no. Okopacho na eya beboa no.
Wana aboboan.
Anye Julobi Chief Justice.
Aha. Pesaforo President Mahama oba be the president you. I do fight mbesiafo na mama pa. Hwe se ekọ court e hu fan amaland e hu mo watakra de action court na so obaka chame se mutu sike bia monko habo airport na monko tua the missing wo beach road do enti wankasa ehwe bitumi fita kwada ko beach road a okay na mbeyende na okay me transportation enti wankasa said okay ko court e ma na that de nkita old currency 5 million and 500 a entum enti wa membesi afuni pi wa toba nkwofa agigi nyan land amede menye wana aboda ma mi case ne de mreba me de letter koto na sika nyimpa say ye mu a ekwa estimate enti se mora ye hu obi mfa asesem a onyim mora ye ami sika nyimpa say ye hu a still case no one can we me witness bibia but other one no ya court more than 20 sometimes no witness mba one judgment ma ame me de broke from ho ehwe ye omma na today ma oyedama ah abra atasase no obi abedi America sesi Canada Japan nkofo one land owo kwesimintim obri loto hefa no dem land ye Canada Japan akaji land ni nyina efi nkofo nsim abra ebi echa for so many years ochine yem kom to land no ehwe dem oya Mr. President Muhammad me ya no the land ni nya odo okrem odemo ownership because nkofo lu sugu wonye nkofulu sugu wonyem on wonchichire manadam asante he na wuda mekacho de esubi nkan wuda esubi kan no weebue na anore kasa ah wuda esubi kan no weebue no kasa wonye hu ehwe na no Akufo Addo enwo enyima ada Akufo Addo da ya asante he na sida afabo ye wi na tembia o wi ade ba na na maame ne papa wodi nechi eda wodi no ko prison no na waka do pedo ka asem che na waka o ne papa na ne maame na so dem na asante no da ye na Akufo Addo da ya asante mo foma nyina wa na abubo pepe yo mo foma na wa abubo pepe se ye panyin na se bi o hene kase o da wo dem asem o ye dan na eba pa na eba baka awo kiti epo ya le kasa safro mun ko na bimbra na tembia de mo time madam
That's it. And yeah, easy. And I cried a main fa course be brave. I won't take a lot of course. No, I won't. Fa back home you be better. You're upon 8 exactly. And I say na kupon shanipa. It's about one crowd Ghana. I mean even shanima. I cry man fa course be require yeah. Okay, so guys, what we're gonna do today? I must say, Shramo, me pacho more subscribe no. Pacho munguswa na mo subscribe na yenkoye ni Shramo munguswa subscribe na yenkoye de gusu ye juma gusu nyam pap edema na for na yenhwe de yebeye. Yankobo Shramo nyina ai na ne to yon wesi kakra tam na so ai pacho munyina nyame Shramo munyina nyame Shramo na on Shramo no mpe yeah pompe do bia besibo. Hello
Blossom follow good evening.
Yes, boss.
Opportunity say
go usha me maybe pon out time me ah
and yeah sorry program lengthy hours inti man to me and follow yi se see na me be Regions Mahusa Obabeko.
Ebebu Sembui.
Gano. Oh, Medasi. Medasi fan Wajimapa. I mean, Shram wife. Na Ghana no one. And I make us say the name a diagro. Yes, sir. Baumia, Bauma, ne vice presidency.
Me pachotie. Your friend was abu. Why? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Saforo. What's it?
Hello? I'm in Timonka. Hello?
Pochotomenka.
I have a bit of Kakasa.
Pochotomenka.
I Kasafi.
Now what can say be? What's it?
Miss Row. Your friend Baumia, a friend borrow shit.
Baulaya. Baulaya. Oh, Papa, in fact, we're going to animate you. Now, I am who say, only be out to the phone. Only be out to the phone. Na me paro na Ghana intino say yen parliamentarians no ade na mo to me etwetwa sika kase sa ema nana do ne Jubilee House ne Baumia sa Adentia, dear Quan, or your home, which you just can't see when you know the mom.
As aside omupeno.
Third world country.
When you
Third world country. Hey, na the name ya bro. Ekura obi be di 3 times cry a problem. Third world country amanfo enya jimenye. Motu sika gusa. No wonder say na yere addiction na well sponsor sa makeup artist Kevin Taylor Bessie. Wa ball life mo hu ni onye biem. Hey, na dia pa na ekoso we Ghana. Ghana de na adwuru de. Chise nyame be mo. Na adwuru pa de chise nyame be mu pa anke be de pa.
Me dowala.
Anke be de me e minus say e minor as say
me dowala.
Atitia pansam kra. Hey! Nanado pa de was setting record. Was setting record. Office we are na MPP for bebrebe hu so moye kwasa. Sesi a de so munya hu. Na so office we are na bebre no be hu so moye kwasa. Including even the parliamentarians no krampo bebre na on be hu say omoye big mistake because MPP anya de on beba power. This their end. Omo ma power biemu da. Jemen sabe try so be wiemu biemu amomo. But ebeyedin.
Yeah.
Omo fi so no ano no. Anya de on beba power biemu. Power pass MPP beba power biemu. NC da. NC biemu da. NC biemu da. Nkofo mo di abro. Omo ye very very wicked. Very 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 wicked. Mini amedasi. Mami njao no so be so be amedasi power.
But you must subscribe to YouTube with why?
Yo. Okay. Yo.
Amedasi.
Medasi.
I'm in Pontem. Good evening, Medawasi. Maybe I will be Medawasi. Why? Good evening, Bio Emma. My boy Brimudi Al Hassan Abdul Hafiz. Who? Which one kwache? Also Oshaha. Na so we say King Joseph Richmond. Also Al Hassan Abdul Charles Semeko. Charles Semeko is here, and today I didn't check the other channel. People who came in to make comments, and even on YouTube. Okay. So Ebenezani Ajay TV. Good evening, Foro. Vask Tech. Emily Dole, Vask Tech. Doreen Thompson, hello Saforo. I'm watching you live from Belgium. I support you 100%. Thank you, Doreen. Doreen, get here, my trouble. Yo, Mami Benis Azong, Saforo. Almighty God will bless you. All right, so Vincent Kwame Gawanu, I am watching you live from Bronx, New York. Vincent, good. God bless you, people on YouTube supporting me. Please, guys, subscribe. Let's keep on going. I'm telling you, those of you who have subscribed to Saforo TV, I'm promising you, in the next 3 to 4 months, I'm promising you, in the next 3 to 4 months, God willing, you will start seeing powerful videos besides politics. Real videos from Saforo TV. I'm telling you, mark my words, mark my point, mark this. I'm telling you, you will never regret that you really subscribe to Saforo TV. I'm marking you 3 to 4 months. There will be a new production coming on with video, sensible, well-written, well-respected, scripts that are going to be coming up. We're going to do investigative. We're going to do series, all that issues to keep you company. So this place is going to be very busy. Saforo TV will be very, very busy. 3 to 4 months, you're going to start seeing new powerful videos on this Safari TV. And we are going to start another channel. We're going to separate it. But for now, we'll start putting it here. We'll separate this channel. And then we'll put all the videos, the investigative series, and the sitcom and all those things, and the comedy and everything. We're going to put all on one show and leave this for politics alone. Trust me, you will never regret. I promise you, we'll always bring you good stuff. We are prepared for it. And when we take off, you will know that this is not a joke. YouTubers, mungu na subscribe na mungu so share videos no ho na nipa enhwe na yenkoso na yeso yenye enema ebituma yamoa muso mani bechi na wo pebe bia ukohwe bibia obesere na wonya respectable ade bi no ahwa obeba Safari TV na waba behwe ai didie pa Yakopon shiraw ai nako nshiraw pa na onyo kase ai nshiraw oba wa hode onyo kase meso babre meso komede me meso go pedwane di senya wo hwemia magiwani no sa me pacho munja comments YouTube, leave comments whatever you feel, say upe popular request me pacho me ref se beka we actually me pacho who story be now say interviewer now back online pacho frame me text me no man I was no I and I come platform no so na ka tell me say who story bibia to ebia warem nkratam nkrofo no mo sign ye dumo mo diu America asem US maybe biara wa go through something no now be say nipa eti wa futu na ya tonka sro Safari TV mrema ye be interview na wabaso na wetumi abeka wasem e de tu enipa afu enti ferry so won ferry nko na be say issue ye dia ene bomodia na frame na ka tell me say wo story na ka story ni kire me na yem date na yem fa interview na yem ko yanim na me shira maybe I will be a my interview, don't worry, wherever you are. I New York meba ho New York meba ho New York Brebia Bronx Staten Island all places one up some bahwa or a frame meba ho na ma be ye interview so maybe I want to what na me to be mba me chiro betumi gina online na ma interview kama fefe na aye kama na otu amanfofo I na enyina yenso ehia emfa wasem ensie fa boa amanfo na amanfo enso enko wo mu anim na enyina yenye kamate boa onua na onua so mboa ne nua na onua so mboa nua backbiting na eye den aye abre eye why yenko anim na oman no so emfa to papa infra intimesrew wo story bia bacho bomodia fabra ai na yenkama wo advert so a fabra na yenyema ye beju kakra nya yaw na yakoye ni ai medase onakopon enhira na ompeja no nyo kese. I love you and I love you. Even those who hate me are the ones I love. Me bu funche sisia ma to atwene because me na be ha me to me bu fu basa intino woni me yade a omodiana yusu nyansa yenyina yenkwa enim ba cho share video imo bi yenkwa enim wate ai obompaya o ma Kevin Taylor bompaya mame afa yehia mo support why yehia mo support wakakra be send ye wonkofo Ghana ye mo credit ye talk ni nyina jame so be talk credit mo me tue bi ni muka for investigations since anyama no to be sro wo support na be so support me a sro come line so a wo America now be so support me a Zelle with my name is Zelle Cash App anything that you want to help this program to keep on going on and it easy one day me don't be caught or me studio ha no hwe nyema egudem ha you see things in this room and the cost when I tell you you run and Akufo Addo moka Ghana I am more credit. You have to near more phones, need laptops, na dear, or more year Juma, and massa program baswa. And ye easy, mean to me. But what do dear comedy one, which me acquaint him? Aye, na young me and ye pa, and famamo. Medamasi. Aye, I love you all, and God richly and goldenly and diamondly bless you. Bye bye.